is Flat Earth Friday, and the topic of discussion is the Earth created within 6 days? Please do come and have discussion with me, because we can have deliciously chattings, and yeah, you guys are rocking. Hey guys, good to see you. Glad you can make it. Tonight is Flat Earth Friday, and hopefully we get some discussion going. It's up to you guys to see what you guys want to talk to. I just put up a bit of a topic if we don't really get anything, but yeah, good to see you guys. PJ, what's up? Derek Nelson, good to see you. Thank you for coming. I should put the link for Discord in, I do think. Invite. Copy. It's good to see you guys. Glad you could make it. We shall see if we have any discussion. I do have some things to say. Tomorrow night I shall not be streaming because of my debate on Sunday morning early, I should say, 2 a.m. in the morning. So I will not be streaming tomorrow night specifically, so I can finish my presentation and go through some things and, you know, take notes and everything before the debate on Sunday morning at 2 a.m. So the 1st of March, which would for me be a Sunday, I think for you guys in Eastern Time, Saturday at 7 p.m. EST. So yeah, that will be discussing. It will be myself versus the bookshelf guy debating is Jesus declared as God? Simple answer is yes, and can show it many ways. Anyway, good to see everybody. Thank you for coming. What's up, PJ?
Hey bro, how you doing, man?
Okay, and yourself?
Yeah, still getting there. I'm still feeling unwell, but you know I won't be streaming till tomorrow. At least tomorrow now. You know I won't be on tonight.
Yeah, take some
I'm
rest.
I'm still feeling rough.
You look a bit better at least, but yeah.
Yeah. It's just I think it's because while I've been ill, I haven't been able to eat or drink much, so I think I'm weak because of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
So it is Flat Earth Friday. We'll
Yes.
see if anybody comes in. Oh, I should probably change the thing. Why do I always forget this? I always forget to change the scroll at the bottom until we've actually started streaming.
Yeah. Am I on the right page? Let me just check.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that debate. I think it's going to be quite exciting.
When's that again?
It's for us. It will be on Sunday. So for me, it will be Sunday 2 a.m. and for you, it will be Sunday 12 p.m. So tomorrow night. Tomorrow night at 12 p.m.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow night, obviously, because I want to go through some notes and finish my presentation, everything.
Right, so it'll be 12 a.m. You mean? Just turning midnight
12
for me?
Yeah, midnight tomorrow for you.
All right, okay. So that's when I was going to stream. I might go on if you're not on on during the from. So you you won't be on tomorrow night. You're just going to go straight for
Yeah. I'm not going to be
debate.
streaming tomorrow night. I'm just going straight 2 a.m. for me. I'll be on streaming the debate.
Well, what I'll probably do is go on early then, so I can get done before midnight. That's what I'll probably
maybe
do
do
instead.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be better. Whew. Yeah, because I'm definitely not going to stream and then stay awake the whole night to debate and then fall asleep at church and then fall asleep at work the next day.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, movie night as well. So yeah, I'll have to go on quite early. It'll be about 6 or 7 for me.
but it's going to be quite exciting. Let me see what the setup was again. I think it was 15 minutes opening. Let's see. Carlos Diaz.
15 minutes. Who's it again? Sorry, who are you debating again?
The bookshelf guy on KRC's channel. The Unitarian.
On Unitarian, is it? Right, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Where is it? Why is it? Only 50. I just want to get the actual email so I can see what the setup is again. Because I think it's 15 minutes opening. So I want to be 100% sure. Let's do it this way. Kingdom context. There we go. I think I found it. Let's see. So it will be against the bookshelf guy. It will be Kabadri's Interest Debate You has proposed the format 5 minutes intros and then opening statements 30 minutes total, so it's 15 minutes each opening. And then we'll have 20 minutes of rebuttal, so 10 minutes out each, and then 10 minutes each of a cross-exam, and then half an hour of open discussion, and then 10 minutes each of closing statements, and then 20 minutes Q&A, and 5 minutes outro, 2.5 minutes each.
Cool.
So it should
Wonder
be
why it can't be seen. Yeah, that should be good. That should be good, definitely. I just don't understand, why can't it be seen on YouTube? I can see my panel, my title, but I'm not showing. It's weird. I don't know.
Depends. Sometimes it shows you, sometimes it doesn't. It's showing you now.
Weird. Oh, is it? Well, it's showing me in here, I know that, but I don't know what the
On
YouTube
YouTube,
side.
yeah.
Oh, it is now. Okay, I don't see it. Weird.
Hey, John Edwards just popped in. He says 6 God days. Amen.
Oh, yeah. I see it now. I've refreshed.
The reason I say is God created the earth in 6 literal days is because the Bible says so.
It does. It does. I mean, and that's how we understand a day. It's 24 hours, you know?
Yeah, because he said, and evening and the morning were the first day. So that already gives you the context of telling you what the day is. Evening and morning. And that's exactly what we have in a day.
Absolutely.
So it's quite interesting. What's up, Chris? Haven't seen you in a while, man.
Now I've lost flats. Now Chris is coming. I've lost flats. I'm going to have to go out and come back in. That happens every time when somebody new comes in. I can't hear flats, so I have to go out and come back in.
Every time.
Right.
How's it going, Chris?
Hey, man. Mic check.
Yeah, doing well. How's it going, brother? Haven't seen you in a while.
Okay. Yeah, I've been staying up really late, like streaming with Roger and then sleeping in pretty late.
Well, it's good to see you, man.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on creation? Has it been created in 6 literal days, or, as they say, billions of years?
All things are possible with God, and the way it's spelled out makes perfect sense.
Amen.
It's like Occam's razor.
Literal days. Simple as that.
Yeah. No need to wrap your head around and try and make excuses why it's not. 100% agree.
Right. We'll have a coffee.
Do you think we're going to get any discussion tonight on this?
Well, I hope so, but I doubt it.
Aaron Ballistic says the sun was created on day 4 of creation, as recorded in Genesis 1:14-19. So how did the first 3 days get recorded as days without the sun? The problem is you misinterpreting and misunderstanding that on day 4 he only made the sun and the moon to rule the day and to rule the night. So that means there was already a daytime and an evening and the morning. But because he made the sun and the moon to rule the daytime and the night, that is when it, became daytime and sunlight observable with the sun and moon. But yeah, the thing about that is it totally disproves the globe, though, because you cannot have a day without the sun if you're on a globe. Nice thing about a flat Earth, as God created it, you don't require the sun to revolving Earth around the sun to have a day. So yeah, hope that answers your question.
The first slide. The first slide he made was daylight.
Exactly. But if people have disagreements, they can click the link in Discord and come and have a discussion, correct? It's open for them.
And daylight is independent of sunlight.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll just sit here and sleep, wait for people to come in. So what's interesting news on your side, Chris? Anything interesting happen?
I just did a live stream and I was having mic problems, but I think I figured it out already. Is because I was doing Discord and through OBS and I think it was messing up. But no, I just did a live stream on Lightning and
Oh, nice.
just finished it up.
That's good. That's good. I think lightning is very mysterious. Although they do have models to try and explain it, but I think there is some kind of mystery to it, you know?
Yeah, well, science, they'll take one thing and elaborate it, come out with huge equations and go in length and detail with all kinds of jargon and everything, but what it always is a lot of simple things that adds up to be something amazing. Like it's several little things that adds up, not one thing that they elaborate on to make it look fancy.
Yeah. 100% agree. Slop.
Yeah, there's something about 4 days. How can they have 4 days without the sun? If the
Yeah,
sun
we're already on to them. We're already on to them.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry. But yeah, we made it very clear that the globe Earth is dependent on the sun and the revolving of the Earth. And if it only comes on the fourth day, globe Earth can't have a day. Reality is, like God created the Earth to be a stationary enclosed plane, we don't need the sun to have a day. They specifically need the sun to have a day because they need the Earth to be revolving around the sun and tilting away from it to have a day. Without the globe being there because it's formless and the sun only coming the fourth day, they have no way of reconciling that with their model.
Yeah, it's because the globe's claiming daylight is like the scattering of light or whatever, or some ionization or something that the sun's required. It's required to make the daylight in their model.
Mm-hmm.
That goes to show you that the Bible, it doesn't care what they say out there, you know, and it shows that the Bible's true, because if they were just trying to make the Bible fit with what they think reality is, and they would have made the sun on the first day if the Bible wasn't true. You know what I mean?
100% agree. 100% agree. I'm going to actually bring up. I think it is. Sorry, I was just looking for something quickly. Aha. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Let me get it up quickly. Versus show. Joshua 10, guys. Everybody knows Joshua 10. Come on. Joshua 10, 11.
No.
Okay. No, sorry. 10, 13. And the sun. Wait, no. I want to read in the sun, but why am I getting confused? There we go.
Yeah, and the sun stood still.
No, 10:8. Okay.
Oh, 10:8.
We'll start from 10:8 and we'll go down. And the Lord said unto Joshua, Fear them not, for I have delivered them into thine hand. There shall be not a man of them stand before thee. Joshua therefore came in suddenly, and I went up from Gilgal all night. And the Lord discomfited them before Israel, and slew them with a great slaughter of Gibeon, and chased them along the way of Goath and Pateron, and smote them as Ezekiah unto Makkedah. And it came to pass, as they fled from Israel, and were going down to Bethon, that the Lord cast down great stones from heaven upon them, and Ezekiah died. And the... Well, where is... I just read it. Where he says the sun stopped still.
Yeah, Joshua 13.
13, yeah, why am I getting... There we go. Yeah, but it's 12, there we go, because I want to say where he said. Then spake Joshua to the Lord in the day when the Lord delivered up the Ammonites upon the children of Israel. And he said in the sight of Israel, Sun, stand thou still upon Gibeon, and thou moon in the valley of Ajalon. And the sun stood still, and the moon stayed, until the people had avenged themselves upon their enemies. Is it not written in the book of Jasher, so the sun stood still in the midst of heaven, and hasted not to go down about a whole day?
Whole day. While the sun was still.
Interesting stuff. So we can clearly see the sun had to stop. Now, my question is, on a globe, can the sun stop? And would the sun be stopping if in a day in the globe, because it's not the sun moving, it's the earth moving?
It'd be the earth that stopped, yeah.
Yeah. So that doesn't fit either. I have to apologize to you guys tonight. I am very tired. Had a hectic 2-3 weeks. So it has been catching up to me a bit, and I am going to work tomorrow morning early again for a few hours as well. So
I know the feeling. Like, this is the longest I haven't streamed for. This is the third day, I think. I've just been so ill, man.
Yeah, get rest. It's much more important than streaming.
Yeah, I will be streaming again. It's not like I've given up. It's just I haven't had the energy to.
So guys, the link is attached above if you guys want to come in and have a discussion. I mean, you guys asked for Flat Earth Friday. Yes, Flat Earth Friday. Maybe Sean Hawkins is streaming us. I don't know. Let's see. Yep, Sean Hawkins is streaming us, guys. Flatzoid Friday.
Is that so? He's got a series now, Flatzoid Friday. Wow. So your Flat Earth Friday is his Flatzoid Friday. Get an idea, Sean. Get an idea.
You know what?
Hey,
why doesn't Mr. Sean Hawkins come and talk on here?
Probably because all he can do is just swear. Yeah, that's it. And call you a liar.
The thing is, you know what's sad about him? He calls this an echo chamber. Okay? He's literally able to talk. He's literally able to click a link and come in and talk. He said every time, like now, he's watching us live from his chamber. His little chamber on his channel. And he refuses to come here and talk to us. Why? Is it because he's a coward?
Well, I would suggest that.
I would suggest
that, but
so yeah, maybe we'll just sit here in dead silence and let Sean Hawkins just sit in dead silence. How's that?
Watch some cartoons or something.
Actually, I've got.
Isn't Sean a Glober? Does he believe in the Globers?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's a globe head, full and full, man.
On Hawkins, God.
Yeah. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do, guys.
It would be very mysterious to ignorant people. Lightning is very well understood phenomenon, dipshit. But you find it mysterious.
Yeah.
Oh, he's talking about.
Dude. I keep that.
You share it with us, but
Still trying to explain it, but I think there is some kind of mystery to it, you know.
Yeah, well, science, they'll take one thing and elaborate it, come out with huge equations, and
Why is it got us so loud?
with all kinds of jargon and everything. But what it always is a lot of simple things that
Oh,
adds
yeah.
up to be something amazing.
This guy's
Like,
very
it's
loud.
Several little things that adds up, not one thing that they elaborate on to make it look fancy.
Maybe I've put soft on these.
Say what? What the fuck did he just say?
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm sorry, we can't listen to him because he just swears the whole time.
yeah, what the F did Chris just say? Well, I thought it was plain and easy what he just said.
So sorry, guys.
Yes.
I would like to just sit here and watch him make a fool of himself like he always does, but there's just too much profanity coming from him. So sorry, guys. I think there's much more fruitful things we can be doing than watching some old hermit babble on and swear every 2 seconds about absolutely nothing.
Right.
But I can maybe look for a video
Yeah,
that we
let's
can
do that.
review then.
Are you able to share it in here if you get one?
Yes, I'll share it in the Discords.
We get a bit of echo with it, but it's we can still hear it. I don't think it echoes through on the YouTube side, but it does on this side
Oh,
when
okay.
when you share. It's cool.
Okay. Let's see. Excuse me. I have to be honest. Most of my things for now on my search bars and things is not anything really got to do with Flat Earth anymore, because I don't watch Flat Earth
No,
content
me.
anymore.
No, I mean, in fact, it's stuff I don't even watch because when I fall asleep, it just continues playing and goes on to the next thing. So that ends up what my my homepage. It's all stuff I don't really watch.
I'm trying to figure out how to go to sorry. How do you get to incognito mode on here so I can go search Flat Earth? But it's fine. Let's just search how much Flat Earth. Okay, Flat Earth. Let's see. It just sucks searching Flat Earth on here because they always bring the same stuff up.
Right.
Flat Earth exposed. Classified the biggest lies. The biggest lie ever told. Conspiracy Vault documentary. He's got 33 subscribers. It's been 4 months up, and let's see. Let's go look at the small channels.
Introduction. Question.
Okay, I'm going to put it up. Properties.
Introduction. Questioning the ground beneath us. We all grow up with one of the most
Okay. Thank you very much. So this is from that video. Let me see if I can share it for you guys on the thingy bob as well. There we go.
Oh.
On the Discord.
Cheers.
The guy's only got 33 subscribers, but he got 1,400 views on this video, so it's very good. But yeah, apparently Flat Earth is the biggest lie ever told. Flat Earth, we'll see. Let's see what it says.
basic truths taught in school. The earth is round, a blue marble spinning through space. Textbooks, teachers, movies, even globes sitting on desks all reinforce the same picture. But what if that's not the whole story? What if, for a growing number of people, this image is not fact, but fiction? Welcome to the strange, fascinating.
Why does it seem ChatGPT like to me?
It does seem as though it's AI generated.
AI generated sound, and it sounds like he has ChatGPT script.
Yeah.
And yeah, very unoriginal.
I mean that I don't. Can you see any continents, recognizable continents on that?
Yeah, you can
little-
see that's not a real photo. You can see that's CGI for
I
sure.
know.
What I always
it's probably
noticed,
AI. It's probably an AI created image.
Yeah.
yeah. Even what they claim is real, actual photos, they'll never have daylight. That's one way I could know. Even if they're claiming it's real, it's fake because there's no daylight. There's never daylight.
No, it's really weird.
Even the blue marble, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And deeply controversial world of the flat Earth theory, where the planet you walk on might not be a sphere at all, but a flat, endless plane with hidden edges.
Endless plane with hidden edges. That is an oxymoron statement. You can't have an endless plane and have edges.
Yeah, an endless plane with hidden edges. That's an endless plane. I don't know many flat earthers that think that, but there is some that think that it's an endless plane. Which, how can you have containment in an endless plane? It just makes no sense.
Yeah, exactly. And also, you can't have edges on an endless plane. And how can you have
No.
hidden edges?
Ridiculous.
I don't know if we're going to be able to go through this video, guys. It's already starting to just show big nonsense.
For believers, this isn't a joke. It's a truth hidden from the masses for centuries. For critics, it's the ultimate example of science denial. But either way, it's a conspiracy that refuses to die. Ancient vision.
Conspiracy that refuses to die. First of all,
Because it's not a conspiracy.
yeah. Oh my word! And why must it die anyway?
Because it's the truth. That's why it must die. Because they don't like the truth. You know, they like to be comforted by their science fiction, and I love science fiction myself. But I know where that ends and reality starts. You know what I mean?
Visions of a flat world. What if the photos of Earth from space, the iconic blue marble, the spinning globe in textbooks, the rocket launches on TV, were all staged? Flat Earth believers argue that the globe model is not just wrong, but the biggest hoax in human history. They say humanity has been tricked into believing we live on a ball, when in fact we are on a flat, stationary plane, covered by a dome. This belief...
Well, you see, the thing is, if you read your scriptures, that's exactly what the scriptures detail it to be created as. Stationary enclosed plane with a solid firmament, a rakia.
Absolutely. And if you get any of the old images of the cosmology, that's what it shows you too. That's what it depicts.
So,
I noticed on his video there when he had the TV up, he had a green screen TV but forgot to fill the green screen.
I saw that. That's why I think a lot
With
of
an
this
image.
is just AI stuff.
Belief is not just
It is Roman. It's
Yeah.
it's more intimate with the creator than they want you to believe. They try to push God away from you with the globe and all that. They want to distance you away from God, but he's really much more intimate.
Exactly. That's why that's why I always bring this argument up. It's like, what makes more sense with God's character? A personal God that wants to be with you creates a stationary enclosed plane, where he can be by you, or an infinitely expanding universe that took billions of years to create, and you're just an infinite speck of dust that has no meaning. You're just by chance, and God is moving further and further away from you. Which one makes more sense?
Right. He didn't create us to have nothing to do with us. You know what I mean? That would just be, what would be the point in his creation if he was just going to be, I don't know, light years away?
Exactly.
Not personal, like you said.
It's about trust, deception, and power. If they lied about the shape of the Earth, believers say, what else have they lied about? It's a question designed not just to spark doubt, but to set fire to everything we think we know. Ancient visions of a flat world. The flat Earth idea isn't new for much of human.
I'm proud of him that he actually said that, because we all know that they've always, no, it's never been flat, it's always just been believed as a globe, blah, 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 blah. So
Sean Dawkins is in your chat.
hey, Sean Hawkins, He says the Earth has been measured as spherical for over 2,000. No, that's false. It's never been measured for 2,000 years to be flat. But you are welcome to come in, Sean Hawkins. The link is above, but please, if you come in, please don't swear. It would be very much appreciated. Thank you.
He says your Bible is wrong and has been debunked, but yet you will say that God hates liars and hates us. So you're using that same Bible against us. You know, that's hypocritical. That's full of it, Sean.
Yeah, it's been called hypocrite. The thing is with Sean Hawkins, by the way, your Bible is wrong has been debunked is totally nonsense too. That's a false statement. And you have yet to show it to be able to claim it, Sean. But you're more than happy to come and show it. You guys are up for that? You can come and show us how the Bible is wrong and being debunked?
Absolutely. Too right. The Bible's been so debunked that a load of the world still uses it.
Yes, Chris.
He's saying that the Earth has been measured as spherical for 2,000 years. If he's talking about Eratosthenes, that is debunked in itself because sun rays are divergent.
Exactly.
And there's no way you can get any. Yeah, they don't come in. The rays are not coming in parallel. They're divergent. So that debunks Eratosthenes right there.
And you get exactly the same data reading with a local sun.
Right.
So, yeah. He's been explained.
And they never came in parallel, so.
He's been explained many times in this.
In history, people believed the Earth was flat, not round.
Flat is also round. You know, a coin is flat, but it's round. A pancake's flat, but it's round.
Right.
A circle is flat, but it's round. So
they don't like stick the sphere, do they? They've got to stick in the round there just in case.
Mesopotamians described the world as a flat disk floating in a cosmic ocean. Norse mythology imagined a flat land encircled by a great serpent. Early interpretations of religious...
You know what I find interesting about that? All these civilizations that, ancient civilizations that explain the Earth's cosmology, why do they all have the same type of cosmology?
Isn't that mad?
All believe the Earth is flat. All believe it's enclosed in some kind of closing. All believe it's stationary. All give reverence to a deity in the center of it all of creation. And yet none of these people, none of these civilizations ever even met each other. How do they have the same cosmology?
Weird.
Almost like as if it's true.
Well.
But hey, we should trust the Greeks who came along much later and philosophized, I love spheres and balls, and God can only create perfect sphere shape, so therefore the Earth has to be this perfect sphere shape. And in the meantime, it's not now a perfect shape even in the paradigm because now it's pear-shaped.
Yeah, I think they like the balls before the spheres.
Texts painted a picture of an immovable Earth beneath a dome-like sky. It wasn't until the Greek philosophers, Pythagoras, Aristotle, and later Eratosthenes, that the spherical model gained popularity. Flat earthers use this history as ammunition, claiming their belief isn't fringe. It's a revival of humanity's oldest wisdom. The birth of the globe model. The globe theory spread with observation.
This is definitely, without a doubt, AI. ChatGPT scripted. I have no doubts.
Exploration and science. Sailors noticed ships disappeared bottom first over the horizon. During lunar eclipses, Earth's shadow on the moon was always round. Eratosthenes famously measured shadows in 2 cities to estimate...
See, Eratosthenes, as you said, Chris.
Yeah, and that's debunked. Just, I mean, the rays are divergent. You can't, they don't come in parallel, man.
You know what's also funny about this? Have you not realized that the Eratosthenes story doesn't even make sense? It contradicts itself. Some stories say it's wells. Some stories say it's obelisks. Some stories say it's an obelisk and a well. They can't even make their mind up what he used. Also, they can't really work out. make their mind up what the actual distance is in stadia, because they don't really know what a stadia was. They have a reference based on average, but that's as close they could get it. But my question is, if the Aristophanes went to Alexandria, how the hell did he know that it's going to be this time shadow previously, somewhere else? He just assumed because he observed it sometime at another place? How do you know that day the sun wasn't shining there? It was overcast. Ever thought of that?
Yeah, it's
Let's
very
go.
contradictory. Like you said, it debunks itself.
Mm-hmm.
Conference. Later, explorers like Magellan and Columbus circled the world, confirming it was round. And centuries later, Newton and Einstein built...
No, Sean Hawkins, it's called Flat Earth Friday for discussion. You guys won Flat Earth Friday. I can easily just go to scripture because I'm enjoying scriptures a lot. And you can come in and discuss, Sean, because we don't need to prove flat Earth. It is true. It is flat. It's as simple as that. The Bible tells me what it is, and I take what the Bible says.
There's nothing left to prove. There's nothing left to
Yeah,
prove.
we don't need to fight for something that's already been proven.
theories of gravity that made the globe essential to understanding physics. But flat earthers argue that all of this was assumption, interpretation stacked on interpretation, shaped by the desire to fit the globe narrative. The flat earth model. So what does the flat earth look like? Picture a flat disk.
And it puts a Mercator on. Well done, man.
The center sits the North Pole. Spread outward, the continents radiate like sliced...
So the AI couldn't even get the picture right for him.
Chris.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But that shows you how lazy this is done. He couldn't even say, okay, it's not giving me what I wanted. Let me just go and get a picture. So he just left it at that. Really?
Is on a plate. And at the edges, Antarctica. Not a continent, but a towering ice wall, thousands of feet high, circling the world and containing the oceans. Above it all, under a great dome, the sun and moon circle overhead like spotlights, lighting different parts of the world at different times. Stars are embedded in the dome itself. This model denies not just round Earth, but space itself.
Okay. Yeah, let's see what the Bible says about where the stars are situated, shall we? Okay. Genesis 1:14. Then God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and seasons and days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of heavens to give light on the earth." And it was so. Then God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. God set them in the firmament of the heavens to give light on the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. So where does the Bible say the stars are? The firmament. There we go.
Believers, there is no orbit, no satellites, no galaxies. Just Earth, sky, and a dome. NASA and the Great Deception. If the Earth is flat, then who benefits from the lie? For believers, the answer is simple. Space agencies like NASA. Flat Earthers claim NASA is the gatekeeper of the globe deception. They argue that the Earth photos we've seen are CGI, stitched together composites.
That's also very interesting, though. Why do we see so much fake videos if it's supposed to be real? Do you need
Exactly.
to lie about anything if it's not a lie?
Talking about fake videos, deep debate was going on about Chris using AI shorts as if they were real. I can't see. He uses AI, yes, but he's not going to say they were real.
Oh man.
Surely not.
Yeah, of course. And I have a debunk video on there too. I made one on the moon. The Apollo guys up there.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's not going to say the AI is real. He does use it. We know that. He's not going to turn around and say it was real. Where are you getting that from? Debatable.
Or outright fabrications. Astronauts floating in space, they say it's filmed underwater or on harnesses in giant studios. Moon landings, Hollywood productions, billions of dollars.
Sorry, this video is boring me, to be honest.
Garbage.
It's
Same.
literally just based on straw man. It's the same old
Same old-
anti-flat earth propaganda.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
make fallacy upon fallacy and just use generalizations to try and say how bad flat earth is. And then say, no, that's practically all that this guy's doing. And he couldn't even just make an original video. So I don't know about you guys, but I think there's something better we can look at. There has to be.
Yeah.
No wonder why he's only got 33 subscribers. Okay. Let's see. I'll have to change the filters. Let's see to this week. Let's see. 5 things about the globe that flat earthers have never been able to explain. 2 days ago from Simon Ann. You want to watch that?
Yeah, let's do it. Or Sky
What's that?
Mandani. Yeah.
At least
Sees
Mr.
me.
Dan Man has a bit more of an exciting appeal to him.
Really?
Okay.
At GoDaddy,
Go Daddy!
is the center of your online business.
Yeah, you can
Help
go.
protect it from online threats with website security.
I just want to tell whoever said you get the science from snakes and books or whatever. No.
That's
First of all,
terrible.
the Bible's not a science book. Okay? Doesn't claim to be a science book either. But I will rather take what God says in His Word over what man says any day, because the Bible is very clear. Okay? Man is a liar.
So
God is
what's
not.
he on about? So
God
what's
is
it?
not.
What's he's got a problem with it raining frogs. I mean, it's been people have observed it rain fish or
Yes.
frogs and stuff like
Frogs.
that because
Fish.
it's quite it happens.
It
They get
happens in
sucked
real
up out of the sea with a storm and rained down. Not hard.
It happens a lot of times with like cyclones and
Yeah, that's what I was on about. Some kind of bad storm. Yeah, yeah.
that it picks up a lot of fish and debris and sometimes even frogs and stuff and like throws them, So yes, it's very it's an occurrence that happens and is observable.
Well, if what them storms can throw houses and men and cars, they can certainly throw a frog.
Exactly.
Years now,
For free.
scientists have insisted that the globe model is full of holes. They say it can't explain what we see. They say it relies on blind belief. And they say it collapses under scrutiny. But here's the problem. When you start actually asking flat earthers for explanations, real explanations that work mathematically and geometrically and consistently across the entire planet, the answers are just not there. And I'm not talking about minor details here. I mean foundational realities, things that are observable, measurable, things that ordinary people can verify without a space agency. And over the last decade of debates and live streams and conferences, there are certain globe realities that flat Earth...
And yet you are still trying to fight flat earth. You're so adamant that you've debunked flat earth and that they're wrong and you're right, and yet how many years has this guy still been going on?
Yeah, sorry, can I just say, Terry's right. Yeah, your banner at the bottom, you've put flat earth rather than flat
Ah! Told you I was tired. Flat earth.
earth. Flat earth.
Flat earth.
I like it.
Flat,
flat earthers.
earth. Friday. Let's do it this way. Is that better? Thank you, Tarot.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Flat. Yeah.
They can't account for without breaking their own model.
Let's see.
And today we're going to go through 5 of them. These are 5 things about the globe that Flat Earth has never been able to explain.
Okay, let's see. Maybe we can forward that. Don't need to
For
watch.
joining me. Before we begin,
Okay.
say hello, a huge thank you to the sponsor.
Oh, we don't need to worry about your sponsor. Thank you.
ID theft is an incomplete way to go to search up price to explain. Let's start with something visual. Opposite star rotation.
It's been explained. It's literally been explained. What's he lying about? How many times have we explained? If you can stand in front of a road and the cars are going from right to left and you are looking north, okay? Those cars are coming east to west. Now let's walk across the road and turn around, and we're looking south now. Those cars are now coming left to right. They're still going east to west.
Right, they do left to right, right to left, and it's always east to west. And that in itself shows it's the luminaries are local.
Yep. And who said they aren't following the shape of the dome? So, as simple as that. So yes, it's been answered. It's just they don't want to accept the answer. That was what he should rename his video to. 5 things we can't accept what that answers is. What that answers is. That doesn't make sense. 5 things that have been answered but we can't accept. How's that? Maybe that's what you should say. So not a good start. Already number 1 shown to be a lie, Simon Dan.
In opposite hemispheres.
I mean, it just makes no sense even on a globe. Like you're on a globe and they're spinning. I mean, it just makes no sense to me at all. Like what he's trying to get across with. How are they? Yeah, whatever. No, okay.
Camera in the UK and take a long exposure photograph, you'll see star trails forming circular arcs around one point in the sky. Here in the UK, that point is Polaris, and the stars rotate anti-clockwise around it. Now
Wow.
go to Australia, set up the same camera and take another long exposure photo. You'll find the stars rotate in the opposite direction, clockwise. Not slightly different or distorted, but completely opposite. And this is not rare footage from NASA or other space agencies. This is amateur astrophotography. Thousands of independent photographers across both...
And it's been explained. What are the things that he said? What's his whole premise? Oh, things that no flat earther has been able to explain. I just gave you like a little, very quick rundown on explaining it. So, in other words, he just doesn't accept what's explained.
hemispheres...
I would love his explanation. I don't know.
Sorry?
I would love his explanation. So if you're down in the southern hemisphere, the stars are spinning the opposite. Yeah, but that don't make no sense even on a globe.
Mm-hmm.
You can too. Now on a rotating sphere, this makes perfect sense. When you stand on opposite sides of a spinning board and look outwards, your orientation is of course reversed. What appears anti-clockwise from one side appears clockwise from the other. But on a flat Earth, with the North Pole at the centre, everyone is standing upright facing the same dome. The sky should rotate the same way for everyone. There is no...
Oh my word. He's been shown actual demonstration of this. What he's just said is totally nonsense.
geometric reason for the rotation direction to flip. And flat Earth explanations usually go one of 3 ways. They'll say the footage from the south...
Oh, I just thought he said there are no answers. Now he just said explanations go as said. So there are explanations then, Simon Dan? Or am I just missing this? Is his video not things that flat earthers cannot explain? And now he says there's explanations for it.
Right.
So how do you have explanations for something you just claimed they don't explain? Come on, Simon Dan, you can do better than that.
This fake. They'll say the dome rotates differently depending on where you are, or they say something about perspective flipping it. And of course the problem is that Flat Earth has never produced a working sky model that explains opposite rotational...
Yes, it's called a sky map. You can actually use the sky map and go to a planetarium. Has anybody ever been to a planetarium before?
No, but I know what they are.
And the planetarium, by the way, guys, the floor's flat. You're sitting on seats on a flat floor, and you're looking at a hemispherical domed ceiling. And guess what? It gives you the exact same observation. Maybe that's what people should put a GoFundMe up for Simon and Dan to go to a planetarium. Just a thought.
Directions across hemispheres, whilst preserving consistent star positions. It's never been done, and it never will be. Right,
It's called a planetarium.
let's bring this a bit closer to Earth and talk about long-haul flights in the southern hemisphere. Now, we all know that flat Earth maps stretch Antarctica into an outer ring on the outside of the map, and that distortion creates a serious problem for them, especially when you look at flight routes in the southern hemisphere. Flights between Sydney and Santiago, Johannesburg...
The old famous flights. Why are they using a map that's not based on distances, guys? And why are they using maps that are distorted globe images?
Right.
All I know is pilots use sectional maps, just like ship navigators. Okay, they use sectional maps. Why is that? Oh yes, because the wider you go, the less accurate it becomes. Distortions. Hence why you don't use a Mercator map to sail or to fly. Hey, what's up, Charles? Good to see you, brother.
Perth, Buenos Aires and Auckland. These routes take durations that match great circle paths on a globe perfectly. But on a flat Earth, these routes would be wildly longer. Not slightly, by the way, but wildly. They would require massive detours across huge stretches of ocean. Airlines operate on razor-thin profit margins.
Exactly, Charles. Pitch data confirms a flat Earth. Pitch data shows the plane makes no deviation for physical curve. Explained many, many times. And there's many flight routes that don't make sense on a globe. Yes, I can agree there's flights that don't make sense on a flat Earth map, the reification fallacy maps they're using. But it goes the same with the globe. There's many flight distances that just don't make sense on the globe either. So it goes both ways. But this is the problem when you have a bias. You're always going to misrepresent the one and ignore the other.
Is Simon Dan? Is he referring to the Gleason's AE map? Is that what he's trying to say? That
Yeah.
it's
Remember, they
Yeah,
always
well,
use
it's-
the AE map as their go-to straw man arguments. But I think we've made it
Yeah,
very
the A-
clear. It's just a map. You don't live on a map. You don't travel on a map. A map is just used for certain things. An AE map is just used for time and date of the sun location. Not traveling with a plane. Not traveling with a ship. What you do is you use navigational maps, which is sections of maps. That's what you use with navigation. And guess what? All those maps are flat. Yes, Sean Hawkins, flat. Told you this. All maps, all models show a flat Earth. Yeah, go ahead. I'm just getting water.
the AE map is based on the globe, and then on the globe they converge, and then when you spread it out, the AE map, the longitudinal lines are diverged. So yeah, it's going to be stretched out in the southern hemisphere. It's not an exact map; it's a projection. Everything's stretched out in the southern hemisphere because you're using the coordinate system from the globe, which on the globe they converge and the southern hemisphere to the South Pole, and then when you flatten that into the AE projection, the longitudinal lines are now divergent, and everything down there, like Australia, is stretched out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Biggest costs. So flight time will matter, crew hours would matter, maintenance cycles would matter. Why would competing international...
See what I'm saying? Just straw man after straw man after straw man. So you build a straw man and then you burn the straw man. That's anti-flat earth way, guys. Make a straw man and then burn the... And sorry, guys, this is why I'm so honest, why I don't really bother with flat earth anymore. It doesn't go beyond what he's presenting here. It's the same old, same old. Let's make a straw man, misrepresent, burn the straw man I just made, use more fallacies, contradict myself, tell the guy, nah, you believe, told me stupid, insult, and that's it. At the end of the day, the earth's flat, guys, whether they accept it or not. I think I've had 10 years of combating these dishonest guys. I think it's just past me now. But like I said, the only reason I do Flat Earth Fridays is for you guys. Otherwise, I probably would never actually do any Flat Earth content, to be honest. I still have to actually do my video. Remember I said I took some footage and stuff while I was on holiday. I still have to do that video sometime, but I just don't feel... I don't know. I don't feel the passion to do it, and I don't really have time as well. So it's weird. It's really weird. But yeah, that's why I'm so happy. Like Roger and you, Chris, and guys are still doing this, because you guys can carry on doing this. You can take on with these guys, go on and on and on. I think I've done my time messing with these people. You know what I mean? I've done my time debating these people and this stuff. To me, there's more important things now to debate.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm glad
that's why
you guys
since
are doing
TFE, I've taken it upon myself doing my own research and try advancing figuring out the realm which we live, because it does get repetitive. It's like the same thing over and over.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I've taken it upon myself to try to basically figure out the physics and everything in the world the way I've done it.
Yeah.
If not, we would just be the same thing over and over.
But that's what I'm saying. There's nothing new coming from their side. I don't know if you've realized, but especially the last 5 years, practically, it's literally just been, they give the same argument. It's the same arguments. You give the rebuttal to the arguments, it doesn't progress further. They just act like you've never said it, and then in the same sentence say, oh, we don't accept what you just said, and then call us stupid. That's it. It's like it just doesn't have a ending to it. It's like an endless loop with these guys. Troll said, I was showing my students Google Earth measuring tool and showed them how the Antarctic continent and North Pole area doesn't work, just planting seeds. That is so true. Why is that Google Earth always has to misrepresent Antarctica too, guys? Why is that? If Antarctica was really a continent, why is it such an issue to have photos from Antarctica, to go streaming in Antarctica, to just, exploring it? So it's a weird thing. It's also the only quote-unquote continent that everybody that's in war with each other has peace and works together. That's very dodgy. Oh, where is it?
Airlines all agree to fly longer
Hello.
routes, burn more fuel and
Hi, Luca. What's up, brother?
Not much. Hi, PJ.
Hey, All right, bro.
Whew, it's hot here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to put the aircon on. It's a bit hot.
I haven't seen you in a while, PJ. How's it going?
Yeah, all right. Well, not too good actually.
Oh, what happened? If you don't mind me asking.
He's sick.
Everybody knows now.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah, and
knows
that.
now. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to get into it. Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so
Maybe-
let's
well,
carry
I-
on. No, Luca, you're coming on just to fish, man. Sorry. I'm not going to work here.
What?
Anyway, let's
No,
carry on
what?
with the actual
What do you
topic.
mean?
Jews
What's
properly
fish
indefinitely
mean?
for no reason whatsoever. Now, flat Earth responses usually claim that the roots are fake, for one, or that the Earth map is not the one you've seen. But commercial aviation involves thousands of independent professionals, pilots, engineers, air traffic controllers, satellite trackers, radio operators, and private passengers tracking flights in real time. To maintain this, you would require a massive global coordination between airlines, private companies, governments, all maintaining perfect consistencies with no leaks or no discrepancies. Or, and this is a...
Oh, almost like Islam, correct?
Right.
Almost like Islam does, where how many Muslim countries are there out in the world, and they all believe that Muhammad was this outstanding prophet who's never set a foot wrong, who's perfect, the Quran is perfect. Weird, eh? Billions and billions of people being lied to. Emma says Simon Dan's volume is super low. Let's see if I can figure it out. It's showing very loud here. Let's go. Desktop audio. I'm gonna set it at 200. It's set at 100 again, guys. Sorry about that. Let's try this. Should be better. Let's see.
Simple explanation, great circle routes on a sphere work perfectly. No conspiracy required there. Now, Flat Earth has never produced a working map that accounts for some...
All the maps that you use for navigation are flat. They are sections of maps because that's how you travel. Again, you've been rebutted on this, you've been given demonstration of this, and you've been explained this many times. Nothing new under the sun. Simple as that. I agree, Charles. Watching global YouTube channels is a form of torture. I agree.
Southern Hemisphere flight durations without...
Emma says it's the same, guys. I have no idea. How's it sounding for the rest of you? YouTube video. Let's try and do this one. Okay, let's try it this way. Maybe this will work better, Emma.
collapsing into contradiction. Right, the next one is beautifully simple. The moon appears upside down in the opposite hemisphere. Let's take our two people from the UK and Australia.
Guess what
That
happens
proves
to
it's
the
local
moon?
right there.
This has also been explained, correct? If you take a 9 and stick it on the ceiling, you walk to the other side, it becomes a 6.
Right.
And you can sit in the same position and observe the moon to be rotating clockwise through the night. Quite odd. You know, almost like it doesn't prove a globe or a flat earth. Maybe it's just the way the moon works.
And it always goes east to west. It doesn't matter if whatever. Left to right, right to left. It's east to west.
Does sound distance. Let's see. Video properties. Control via OBS. Yes, I got it through OBS. Okay. YouTube video. Because I set YouTube video to advanced audio properties. YouTube video monitor. Output. Why is it? Let's see if it's working now.
Australia, who were taking photos of the star trails earlier. Well, let's have them take photos of the moon instead. And what happens if you compare them? The moon looks flipped. The familiar craters and seas on the moon look inverted relative to the horizon. Not distorted or a bit weird, totally flipped. Now, on a globe, this is expected. Observers...
I am getting an echo.
I don't know why it does that, guys.
It does because it's shared to two places. says Luca, you will get an echo in here with it. I've got it as well.
Ah.
He's selling it to
Yeah, me
YouTube
too.
and he's selling it to here, isn't he? So you've got to be you either watch it on YouTube, which is there'll be a lag on it, and then you'll have to mute in here, or you put up with it. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Different.
I just want
I-
to say, Mushy's yeast. No, I just went on Sean Hawkins. He's got 21. I've got 23, so I've still got more than him. Sorry. And this is only my one stream. I've got 2 streams running. Just to let you know. So all in all together, I've got about 50 people watching. Sorry. Okay, let's carry on.
Relative to space. What is up for one is down for the other.
It's still what?
Everyone is standing upright under the same dome. The moon should maintain the same orientation everywhere, shouldn't it? Flat Earth explanations often appeal to perspective again, or claim the dome rotates differently.
But you just said no one's answered it. Now you're saying there's explanations for it. You can't have it both ways. That's called contradiction. If you claim no one's giving answers or giving explanations, and then claim, well, this is the explanations given, you can't claim there's no explanations given. It just means you are not accepting the explanations. Not hard
You
to
don't
understand.
understand how a clockwise spinning stars work on a flat Earth. That's one of the most basic ones.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or
Unbelievable.
camera tricks. But you can verify this with nothing more than a phone camera and a friend in another hemisphere. No space agency, no CGI. The orientation difference is consistent and predictable, I'm afraid, and Flat Earth has never produced a geometric model that accounts for that inversion, whilst maintaining a flat plane and a nearby moon. Now, let's talk about physics next with the Coriolis effect.
He really wants to go there. He really wants to go there, guys.
Coriolis effect.
How many times have we
dear.
talked about the Coriolis effect and showed Simon and Dan doesn't even know what the difference is between Coriolis effect and Coriolis force? Quite a lot of times, correct?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The Coriolis effect describes how moving objects deflect relative to Earth rotation. In the northern hemisphere, large-scale motions deflect to the right. In the southern hemisphere, deflect to the left. That's why hurricanes spin anti-clockwise in the north.
So Coriolis force then, not Coriolis effect then. And by the way, this is explainable. As we've said, I've shown this. You got what we call topography, and you got winds that move across warm oceans or cold oceans, and they're moving across the topography. So which way is the direction of the wind moving with the jet streams? Hence, when you have a storm like a cyclone or a hurricane, it's being pushed with those jet stream winds in that direction. And then, thank you, it will either move right or it would move left because you are forcing it that direction. It's the same as if you stick your hand in a pool and you go whoosh it like this. You get vortices on the right side of your hand. It go left. On the left side of, on the right side of your hand, go right. On the left side of your hand, go left. Why? Because you're forcing it in that direction. That's all it is. It's a Coriolis force. The Coriolis effect is only an optical illusion that makes things appear to take a deviation when it's traveling in a straight line by you as the observer underneath going in a rotational non-inertial reference frame. Been explained to you years and years upon, and you still don't get it. It is so tiring to explain this thing over and over. Did I miss anything?
Why, like, I don't understand. Well, Coriolis effect and Coriolis force have nothing to do with each other.
How do you have Coriolis effect without Coriolis force, according to your model?
But the Coriolis effect is just like psychology. So that
Psychology. There's no psychology in Coriolis effect. Sorry.
Coriolis effect's optical. Optical.
It's an optical illusion. What is psychology got to do with this optical illusion?
maybe oh wait. Never mind.
Oh wow.
It's why long-range artillery calculations account for it. It's why ballistic.
They don't actually.
I,
I don't think this guy.
well, I was in
before.
I was in the Army, and what I did in the Army was howitzer field artillery. I had two MOSs. I was a 13 Echo fire direction controller, and then I retrained and became a 13 Bravo howitzer cannon crew member. I don't know what he's talking about Coriolis, but that's ridiculous to even apply that. It's just like you're shooting around east to west, and it don't matter, like landing an airplane. If you're landing on a runway and the Earth's moving out from under you, or whatever, but if you're shooting an artillery round east to west, the Earth's supposed to be spinning out 1,000 miles an hour at the equator. But it don't matter which way you're shooting, which direction. A certain amount of charge, a certain amount of powder will take the round a certain amount of distance, no matter if you're shooting
and
east
you
or
have
west.
Barrel roll. You also have barrel roll, correct? Because I mean, when that shot is fired, there's a lot of force. Yeah, you have coil.
Right.
There's recoil.
Yeah, that would, it would make sense if like north-south shots or something, but when you're shooting east to west, it makes no sense because then the Earth's either, if you shoot your round east, it should be going 1,000 miles an hour faster. If you're shooting to the west, it should be going 1,000 miles an hour slower or something. You know what I mean?
And it doesn't.
But
this is when they come
the same amount
this
of
is when they
charge.
come with conservation of momentum, which doesn't actually explain against what's been happening. But yeah, I mean, I've spoken to so many people, and for instance, snipers, and you ask them, okay, when do you take Coriolis again? They say they don't. I mean, the one guy actually said, I know a seconds account, but I don't know how to do it. But you shoot, yes. Okay. Do you take it into account? Yes. How do you do it? I don't know. I mean, I want to see these people be in war, and it's like, sorry, I can't shoot. I first got to do my calculations for Coriolis. Nonsense, man.
Calculator, you know.
That's just nonsense.
No, it's ridiculous. You would never hit your target if you factor that sort of thing in. Just like the curvature of the Earth, you would never hit your target.
The biggest variable
if you did
that you account for is wind and drop. That's it.
That's it.
You look at the distance, you look at your MOA, and you look at the wind. You're not going to worry about damn Coriolis. So I say, these guys just parrot nonsense non-stop.
Missile systems account for it. It's why large-scale atmospheric circulation behaves predictably. This is not something that someone has imagined, by the way. It's measurable, quantifiable, and mathematical. Now, the magnitude of deflection depends on latitude and velocity. It's predictable to the degree, and engineers and military systems build it directly into their calculations. Now, flat Earth responses often...
I don't know, isn't it weird that to the latitude you have measurable jet streams that go certain directions, circle wind streams as well?
Yeah, but we don't calculate Coriolis into the no. That's just ridiculous to even consider it.
Yeah, it's quite insane, man. And he's been explained this many times.
Dismiss it as wind patterns or claim it doesn't exist altogether. But dismissing a phenomenon doesn't explain it. Without a rotating Earth, you do not get the opposite deflection directions in each hemisphere. You do not get predictable variation by latitude.
Yes, you do, and this is demonstrated. You climb in a pool, Simon Dan. Just do this with your hand. Just do this with your hand. I'm not spinning anything, but you'll get those vortices in opposite directions. That's called Coriolis force. Those vortices explain the Coriolis force. It's the same. If you have wind patterns that are pushing that way, like my hand is pushing, it gives that force. It gives that deflection force based on the direction of the wind. No moving globe needed at all.
You do not get rotation.
I mean,
Sorry?
Coriolis force is the mathematics, right? And effect is the observable.
That's
Is that
all
right?
mathematics, yes. Now, is
Yeah.
mathematics
The force is the.
is mathematics reality?
Well, it can be if you.
Mathematics is
It
reality.
depends on how you use it.
No, mathematics is not reality. You can use mathematics, correct?
What?
You can use mathematics. It's
Yeah, well-
helpful. But does doing an equation really mean that's the truth? Like you do an equation for gravity, okay? Does that make gravity real, or does it just mean that that equation you'd used gave the outcome you needed?
I mean, if it matches reality, then
If
sure.
well, let's say it just gives you you use the equation to get a certain outcome. Does that now mean that equation equated the outcome based on, for instance, gravity to be real?
I mean, if you use like if you needed to find out like the weight or the mass of an object, and you use an equation to help you find the mass or weight or the gravitational force an object has, then sure, that's when it would be reality.
That's
I
called
suppose.
circular reasoning. It's begging the question, affirming the consequent fallacy.
What?
I have weight, I
And
measure
how
weight,
so?
therefore I say gravity causes weight, I have weight, I measure weight, therefore gravity exists. That's what you're saying.
I mean, weight is just like m times g. So if you do the 9.8 meters per second squared or whatever it is, then times that by the mass, then that should give you the weight. And if it matches, like if you get a scale then and you weigh it and it comes out that weight, then that's evidence of gravity then.
So again, circular
That gravity
reasoning.
will.
Circular reasoning.
Well, it's evidence.
Gravity causes weight, I measure weight, therefore gravity.
Well,
Well,
if
that's so-called circular
if
reasoning.
you-
That's my point.
if you're using gravity in the equation and it comes out
Okay.
flat,
Let's take
then
G
yeah.
totally out. Let's change the G to unicorn farts, and we get exactly the same outcome. Did I just prove unicorn farts was the reason?
I don't accept non-zero possibilities.
Do you understand how hypocritical you're being? You're claiming because there's a G that claims
Because-
gravity is the cause, you get the outcome you want, so therefore gravity. Now I'm saying let's take G out, call it unicorn farts, get exactly the same outcome. I'm not allowed to say it's unicorn farts that caused it. That's hypocrisy.
I mean, could invisible fairies be real? We can't
According
see
to the
them, but
equation,
they're
if
everywhere.
I used invisible fairies as the equation was the cause, and we got the outcome. Therefore, according to the equation, invisible fairies is real.
I mean, if you just replace the name gravity with fairies and called it a different name, then that's not really changing anything.
Yes, it is.
You're just changing the name to something else.
So you're making my point. So just because it's named gravity doesn't mean gravity's real.
Well, it means something is real.
Something's real, but
Something-
doesn't mean gravity's real, does it?
I mean, they probably chose. I mean, what? Why do you think they chose the name gravity?
Because they need
Because
to make
of
an
gravitas,
explanation.
right?
Because you need an explanation for your belief system.
They needed something
Gravitas-
universal. to
Gravity
everything.
comes from the word gravitas, which means to give weight. It's
Yes.
a philosophical statement. It's built on philosophy.
I mean, well, yeah, that's actually a good name for gravity.
Does that
Because
prove
if
gravity,
it
though?
gives things weight,
Sorry, Chris, you wanted to say
well,
something?
Oh no, just gravity is like the universal magnetic force that applies to everything. I would say it's like because not everything's magnetic, so it's the universal magic thing
what
that
does
everything
I
has in
think
common.
I think this can
basically.
be much more fruitful.
What
Let's
does-
stop the Simon Dan video, and then how about you guys? You want to do this? Luca and Chris have a debate on this: gravity versus.
well, what does
Okay, that'll be more
magnetic have
exciting.
to do with gravity?
I think that will be more exciting. There we go. So debate between
Like
Luca
what?
and Chris. You up for that, PJ? Or you wanna join? Or but I'm
Okay.
just gonna sit back and relax.
I can sit and moderate.
Yeah, you moderate. I'll just
I
sit
mean,
back.
You know what I'm like.
the
at the
video was almost over.
I'm not much for arguing at the minute.
Go ahead. So, Chris, you say
Okay,
it's not gravity.
so-
Luca says it is gravity.
So what's magnetism have to do with anything? When talking about gravity,
What's the debate? What is it?
yeah, you brought up magnetism
Gravity.
or something, right? You said gravity is magnetism.
Yeah, I have my points of views that I could bring across, but I'm just saying a gravity, okay, like that's the universal made up thing that everything has in common, right? Like not everything is magnetic, not everything is conductive, like not, but what everything has in common is gravity, right? Mass. So that's what is used in their model. That's what I'm saying.
Like, yeah, everything has mass, therefore everything has gravity. So if we're just without getting into specifics, you can say that every mass has gravity. Every little bit of mass has a little bit of gravity, depending on the size. Yes. Whether that be little or a lot, then it all depends on how much mass there is.
Cool.
Chris, you got any rebuttal to that?
Yeah.
I think you might be having issues.
Well,
Mhm.
no.
No, there it is.
I'm trying to find my notes because I can apply. Just give me a moment. You get my
Oh,
notes
I
out.
guess this I should
This is
I should say the strength of gravity depends on the mass. Yeah. Because if we use the R1, R2 of R squared or whatever, M2, M1, M2. Gravity equals the radius of M1, M2 of R squared. That was Newton's formula. F equals the big G constant M1, M2 over R squared. Yes, that's right.
Oh boy, see, I convert things to joules. Like weight is measured in newtons, and mass is measured in kilograms, and it's the unit of mass multiplied by the unit of acceleration is newtons, the force.
Yes. Yes. How much newtons of force you can attribute to getting hit by something and stuff. You can measure that in newtons.
Okay, well, I could also say that the energy required to move 1 kilogram of mass 1 meter is 1 joule. What do you guys say about that?
One mass? What,
Joule.
1 kilogram? How heavy is the...
Yeah,
So,
the amount of energy required to move 1 kilogram of mass 1 meter is 1 joule.
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, I guess, well, if you're moving with your, like,
So I'm saying the force is the change in vertical height divided by the
well,
change in voltage potential, essentially.
well, I'd say that wouldn't it be what the gravitational energy is? What the gravity is? So it's 9.8 joules, not 1.
And your acceleration 9.8 meters a second. Well, I can also say that the atmospheric voltage potential gradient at 500,000 volts divided by the height is 9.8 volts a meter.
Do you accept that if gravity were real, then it would be 9.8 joules, not 1 joule, to move an object of 1 kilogram 1 meter? Because gravity is like a force that, well, is 9.8 meters per second squared on Earth. So to overcome that force, you'd need about, well, 9.8 meters, 9.8 whatever it is called, energy power. I don't know. To, you need to exert a force of 9.8 on the opposite direction to oppose gravity. So the joules would also be 9.8.
I just found the scripture that debunks gravity. By the way, Luke.
Well, I laid out my points for the moment.
You found scripture that debunks gravity.
Yeah.
What's it say?
Judges 1 verse 2. And the Lord said to Judah, shall go up, indeed. There we go. It went up, not down. It's just a joke, by the way.
Nice.
Go on.
Yeah, I could tell that one wasn't great.
Okay, go
Right.
on.
So apparently the AI video that
They're still
Chris
going on
used
about
just shared the flat and took it down. Like I say, it was probably a bloody mistake. So he's not going to try and pass off AI is real. Anybody knows AI is not real. It doesn't matter how good it is now, you can still tell. So I doubt anybody was trying to pass off AI as real.
I mean, except for King Nico, who thinks everything is AI. So, he's probably the only one that thinks that.
Yeah, the problem with King Nico is though he's dabbling too much in AI. For someone that's trying to say AI is evil, he's always with AI.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
the only thing.
I have noticed that as well.
Thing
But
is,
I got
Debate,
nothing
nobody
against
knows
him.
what
I just think he needs to lay off on the AI a bit. Okay, sorry, go on. Your guys' discussion was actually getting quite good.
Oh my goodness. So the title of video, he passed off as real because the implication, because the title of video. No, you can still use AI to support your point. It doesn't mean to say you're saying AI is real.
Nope.
Come on. I don't even know the video. I don't even know what I'm arguing it for. I don't even know the video you're talking about.
Don't worry about it, man. He's just trying to. He's getting very irritated about it for some odd reason.
Yeah. He's saying that you should give it the attention because it was fake. You know, why don't you give it the attention like you do the other fake videos?
Why must I give such childish, petty things attention? AI is fake. Chris Conley says it's fake. So he took it off. He didn't say it's real. Full stop. Move on. Grow up.
No, never. I never said it was real, and it's intended to be fake. Like, it's AI. Like,
Exactly.
I prompted it to do that, and it's on purpose.
I mean, the most acceptable thing you could do for an AI video or AI thing is to use it to make a visual aid, just to make a point. So it's not saying it's real. So I'm not saying that AI is real. I'm saying you could potentially use it as an aid.
This is a video that Chris put out that debated all these crying and saying, "Oh, you said it's a real thing," and Chris never said it's real.
What do they mean by real?
Saying because the title was called "Pilot Captures Flat Horizon at High Altitude."
So what?
It's a title.
It's a title. It's to get attention.
Have you ever seen Roger's titles? They make no sense to what he shows, but he still has titles, you know?
Insane, man. So we can both agree gravity doesn't exist.
What? I never said that.
Hey, no tanks, how's it going?
What's up, boys?
Hi.
You up for discussion with someone, yeah?
Tell you what.
What's that?
You up for discussion with someone, yeah?
I don't know, what are you guys talking about?
Chris and Lucas talking about gravity at the moment.
Oh, why is that?
Well, you pulled me into it. It was impromptu, and I'm not prepared, but
yeah.
I laid out my points, and that's what I got for the debate. People can make their own decisions of what they think about it.
I mean, you said it takes 1 joule to move something of 1 kilogram, 1 meter or something.
Right. Yeah.
But and I said no, it should take 9.8 joules of gravity is real to just lift something up 1 meter or something. Wait, were you saying lifting something up? Or if you lift something up 1 meter, then that would be 9.8 joules. Because you have to overcome depth, which is 9.8 meters downward. So
and that's
obviously
how weight is measured in newtons, right?
Well, you apply 1 newton of 1 newton force over 1 meter. So I guess it depends on the force involved and the direction as well. You're moving it relative to gravity.
And your gravity is flawed too because, first of all, they don't know what the Earth is made of. They don't know the mass of the Earth because they've only drilled 7 miles deep. They don't know what's 4,000 miles below that. And that's what all their equations are based off of, is the mass of the Earth. And they have no idea what is in the Earth.
Why wouldn't they know?
Because they've only gone 8 miles.
Yeah, yes, the deepest hole is 8 miles deep, but why couldn't you work out what was deeper?
Because the
Why?
thing is, with the P and S waves predictions they made, they were wrong all the way down. So why would they be right past that point?
They were just guessing what was gonna be further down. They're like, oh, there's gotta be no more water down here. It's too hot or too deep or whatever. And there was water.
Yeah, so they were wrong. So how can you trust what they say past the 8 miles?
It's not like they were using a computer or something to. Computers would be, or using some kind of tool would be more reliable than just what you're thinking would happen.
They weren't just guessing. They weren't literally just saying, "What do you think? You think it's leprechauns? Do you think it's clouds?" They definitely were not guessing in the way that you're imagining.
Now, what tool did they use to help figure out or?
Well, Flatzoid just said they use P wave and S wave. They use the primary and secondary waves and the patterns to make the prediction. You know, and I'm sure you know that in combination with their quote unquote known radius and circumference. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I'm just putting it to you, Luca, that these guys who were, were delving into a never before performed excavation with, who knows how much money for this drill and these bits. These bits were more than my house. They weren't just guessing. They were using known physics like material strength, tensile strength, P wave, S wave, as much known physics at their disposal to perform this task. Definitely not guessing just in their minds.
I mean that. Yeah. I mean, they definitely predicted some stuff, so it's not like they were wrong the entire time.
Yeah, I mean, I only just jumped in just to, when you say prediction, like they predicted, no problem, like, right, but I don't want you to think, and I don't think anybody would believe it, that they predicted, as in they guessed based on their intuition. They predicted based on measurements.
I'll admit I was wrong about that. But it's not like they were wrong the entire time. Like that, they did predict the transition.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess that could be true in some cases. Yep, that it wasn't going to be the same.
Yeah. Like I think it was granite was the first one. Like no, it was basalt. They predict the transition from granite to basalt.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a good look for the globe, in my opinion, right? Like, because all they're really predicting or whatnot is that what's going to be what substances do we know that would align with the density that has to be there in the next series of events, because we know the size and we know the size of the globe. And we know the rate of gravity being 9 meters per second. It has to have this mass. Therefore, these materials must be there, and them to not be there is not a good look for the globe.
That's a non-zero possibility, because every experiment has got to. Every tool has a margin of error rate. Has it has an error rate. Every computer, even ChatGPT has a margin of error rate too. ChatGPT can be wrong. It is. There's many clips of ChatGPT being wrong. So it's not
But
perfect
you
all the
understand
time.
like the no, I mean I'm sure that's true, but do you understand like the
So
argument
you
that like a
saying
flat earther will
so
make?
so I'm still gonna assert that seismic waves are definitely the correct tool to be using when you're going down, even if it was wrong.
Yeah, I mean
Because,
because they're
well,
trying to
it
get
does have an
they're
error
trying to get
rate. All experiments have an error rate. So you saying that the tool is not reliable because it has a margin of error rate, that's a non-zero possibility. Because if you're gonna throw something out because like it has a 2% error rate, so we'd never know when it's gonna be wrong or not. That's like that's what I would call a non-zero possibility, because 2% is not that much.
No, yeah,
It's
and I
not
don't even know if that's a
wrong
real.
that
I don't
much.
know if that's a real. I don't know if that's a real number. But yeah, an error rate.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't know what the error rate for seismic wave technology is. I can look it up.
It's gonna be
Because
small. It's gonna be
everything.
just the interference of
Yeah, it
the
would
two
be
waves.
small. It would be very small. It's definitely lower than 2%, I'd say. Let's see.
But do you? I just want to
So,
put it out. You understand like what a flat earther's argument would be, right? They would say like somebody would say, well, gravity, it's a known rate, right, of 9.8. That's they might say it's an effect. It doesn't matter, right? But they'll say okay, it's an average of 9.8 meters per second squared of acceleration. Acceleration due to gravity, which would be the mass of an object, right? And the mass of the object would just be the volume and the density, right? So if we have the flat earthers argument, what they'd be trying to point out to somebody is they say, okay, we know the volume of Earth, with the radius of 3959. We know that the rate of gravity is approximately 9.8 meters per second squared. Therefore, we know the density, right? So that if it's true that the gravity is 9.8 meters per second squared, and it's true that the Earth is the size that they say it is, then it's an easy prediction. It would just be like me saying to you, like I know the size of my basketball. I know the weight of my basketball, and now I should be able to tell you what's in the basketball.
it's better if you. And that's.
So it's like if we know every known substance to man, right, and we know of this rate, and I say, well, listen, the basketball weighs 1,000 pounds, and it's never, you know what I mean? You would say to me, what the hell is in that basketball, right? So it's either we have some kind of unknown substance in that basketball that's never been experienced, or I'm wrong about the size of my basketball.
I mean, I wouldn't say we know every substance. There's no way to really know if we know every substance or not at this current time. There could be more than, I think, 118. Is that how many elements in the periodic table? I think there's about 118 elements. We have 118 confirmed elements, but there could be more. We don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, that could be true. That's just what we'd have. That's what somebody would have to say, I guess, with this 8 Mile drilling thing. It's just that there's a substance down there that nobody knows exists. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we probably don't know every substance on Earth. I mean,
Yeah, I mean that would be true, but yeah, then like that whole idea that people put this idea for that, like volcanoes, etc. That's traveling from the core of the Earth. So every material, like between the surface and the core, is being melted down, absorbed, and then shot back out. It would have to be. It couldn't be. That couldn't be the cause of volcanoes then, because at some point it would hit this unknown material and produce it on the surface. So now we have a new problem to look at. If it's the case that Earth is made out of an unknown material that's never been seen anywhere in the universe yet,
I mean,
yeah.
every should be emphasized a lot because we know a lot. so it's not like we know, we know a lot. We just don't know every. So every is the emphasis here. So every is used very extremely here because we do know a lot, or they do know a lot anyway. They know a lot of substances here on Earth and not on Earth. So
Yeah, I'm just giving you the bet. I'm trying to look at it from the flat earther and the globe earther, right? Like, it has to be right. Like my basketball, either it's inside of the basketball is contained within it is some sort of unknown material that's never been seen before. Because I know that every time a hole is in my basketball, it's just air coming out. So I'm like, all right, but then it's somehow it must be getting bypassed, right? But anyway, so the options are either it's some kind of unknown material, right? Or the Earth is not the size they tell us. So I mean, I'm which one? Which it has to be one of these, or the tool. Something in physics is incorrect, right? Like either 9.8 meters per second is not correct, or I mean, there's some other options, right? Like associated with that, or their tools were completely broken that year that they were working on the tunnel. There's a few options, but it has to be something, right? Because I mean, I believe in cause and effect, yeah. So it has to be something. So it's like, which one is it? It's like, is it the Earth is not a globe of the said size? Gravity is not 9.8 meters per second, or there's material in the Earth that's unaccounted for in the universe.
and the 8 Mile hole, it's not like they discovered any new substances. So every substance was known at the time when they were drilling the hole, the 8 Mile long hole in at Kuala Super Deep, whatever it was.
Yeah, right. So then, if that's true, then that only leaves us with those other two options: either gravity is not 9.8 meters per second squared, or the Earth's not a globe of said size.
No.
What's the other option?
They were just wrong about the theological stuff. That they were wrong about the,
The mass of the Earth. Yeah, they're wrong about the mass of the Earth,
No,
which
they
is
were
why
wrong.
we have gravity.
They were only wrong about the geological stuff, like
which is the mass.
Of 1 and 2.
Yeah, like
they
which is the
use
mass.
seismic technology. That's not seismic.
The waves will go through different materials differently depending on their density, which is their mass.
That's correct.
Yeah, which determines their mass, like volume and density.
Well, the density is not. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
What was
it's the
what was
formula.
it was massive volume, right? That's that's a calculation for
Mass is
density.
mass. Well, for mass is equal to density times volume. Yeah.
Yeah, for mass it would be density over volume, but for density it would be mass over volume. So that's how you work out the density. It's mass over volume.
Right. Yeah. So that's what we're pointing out. They were the density, right? The waves. They're measuring the density, which is just within the known volume of 3959 of the Earth being a globe. They were wrong about they were wrong there. But that should be known because we know the size of the Earth, and we know that the acceleration due to gravity, and which is dependent upon the mass. I'm just telling. I'm just reminding you, like that's what the flat Earther is going to say, right? Like what else? What else do you think it could be?
Like, why can't it just be that? Well, it's not. It's like they are wrong in specific ways. Like when they found the water, it's technically it wasn't typical water. It was water inside like rock fragments, and it was under very high pressure. So it was still water. It was over 100 degrees. So it was still H2O, regular H2O, but it wasn't your typical water that you'd normally find on the surface. You know?
Yeah, if I'm following what you're saying, okay. So you think that was the reason?
I think that could have contributed to the fact that how it said that there was no more water, because normally you wouldn't expect to find water down that deep.
I would
But there
imagine
was
that if there was
water.
if there was,
That the only reason that they found water is because it was basically preserved in a very specific way that allowed it to be. So it's not like they were wrong. It's just that under these specific circumstances they were wrong. But any other circumstances they would have been right. So that's what I'd call a non-zero possibility. So, and I don't really
maybe that can, maybe that would, I'm sure that would
non-zero
contribute.
possibility.
Yeah, like if somebody was like, "Yo, look at this rock," right? And I'm like, "Man, that rock looks huge and heavy," and then they threw it at me and it was like light. I'd be like, "There's got to be something in this rock that's not rock." Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, I could agree with that, but I don't know how they got. I don't know this part of the story that you had said, but like 1,000-degree water inside of a rock. I don't know how they would find that, because I'd imagine as soon as you open that rock, that water is going to evaporate. You know what I mean? I guess that's what they saw. If I take for granted what you're saying, that they cracked open a rock and everything evaporated. I don't know.
But I don't know the specifics of how they found the water, but I guess I don't know. I can look it up.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, this just seemed like you guys were talking about gravity, and then I think Chris, right? I mean to hijack his convo, but he brought up this borehole of 8 miles, and I believe that would be the flat earthers' argument, is if gravity is known, right, and that rate of gravity is dependent upon the mass, which is dependent upon the size and volume and density, and you're wrong about your predictions within the Earth. If you're wrong about the the composition of the Earth, then that would change the mass of the Earth, which would change the size of the Earth.
Right. Oh.
Yeah, well,
Sorry, is it
what
finished?
did you say?
Is the stream finished?
Oh, is it?
Huh?
That's what I'm saying, is it? 'Cause I can't. No,
Yeah.
Oh, my phone
hear
died,
you,
guys.
sorry.
Battery on my phone went off. Sorry, guys.
It's right. I was
it's
going to say,
okay.
'cause I can't see you on YouTube side. Except in
Yeah.
the Discord.
Sorry.
I didn't
let
hear
me-
Flatzoid for a while.
Let me do this. So you can see I'm still here.
Yeah, you'll
So everybody
you'll
can
have to
see
use
I'm
your
still
Yeah.
here.
Discord one.
If it could work, why is it not working? USB camera, yes, USB camera.
Maybe because your camera's still open in OBS.
No, that's just not wanting to load on.
It's
Try it again.
Help to start.
It doesn't want to pick up my USB. My camera. Why not? Video settings.
Error 2012. Oh, we're in 2026. What's going on?
USB.
Anyway, if you think about like a pressure cooker in circumstance with the water, a pressure cooker, water boils over 100 degrees. So
Yeah, yep. No, it's it's a lot of energy. I agree, Luke, that you can get from the water, but they have to have this pressure cooker completely sealed, and it's like you're trying to crush water, which is uncrushable. It's pretty cool. But yeah, if you were to open it, put air in there, it would next to it, it would evaporate.
so pressure is what really does the the boiling point depends on pressure. So it's not really temperature. The boiling point of water depends on pressure, not temperature. Well, not just temperature, I should say.
I think it's who is it?
You can't say water always boils at 100 degrees Celsius. No, that would be wrong, because it doesn't just depend on temperature. It depends on pressure as well. The boiling point of water. So if you suppress boiling, you'd get a hotter. You'd make water reach hotter temperatures.
Yeah, I think it's Gay-Lussac's law that you're referring to.
Pressure. And the way you suppress boiling is, well, pressure, basically. So if water was inside rock fragments down in deep within the earth, how deep was it? I'm not sure, but if it was very deep in the earth, then it would be under very high pressure. So it could easily reach like 200, 300, maybe more, depending on how deep it was. But water can boil at. It may not boil, I should say, at like 300 degrees Celsius, depending on what. Yeah, with 300 may be an exaggeration, but I'm just using that as a example.
Yeah. I mean, you could just I haven't tested these things personally, but I could just defer to the citations provided by Gay-Lussac laws. When the volume is consistent, then you can manipulate either of these two things.
So what did you say before about how gravity may be wrong, or Earth radius is wrong, or the mass?
That would be the I just like I gave you the basketball scenario. right? Like if gravity is consistent, which everybody agrees that there is this effect of 9.8 meters per second squared, which would allow you to weigh, get the weight, right, in relation.
I mean, that's on the
Uh,
surface. Everyone agrees about 9 meters per second squared on the surface. But if you go underneath the surface, it's going to be a bit more than 9 meters per second.
Yeah, this is what they were using in this excavation. Their known height, their known relation to sea level, and then their vertical change in relation to sea level, the known radius of Earth, and the consistent 9.8 meters per second squared. But yeah, I mean, what I was saying was that there's just a choice. There's choices on the table that you'll hear from the flat earthers. They're going to say that the obvious consequence of being incorrect in regards to the composition of the Earth is that either, right, the options are either gravity is not 9.8 meters per second.
Right. No.
Yeah. Good.
No, because you'd have less mass below you if you dug down. So gravity should decrease, not increase. My bad. Yeah. More mass below you means more gravity, which is about 9 meters per second squared on the surface. If you go below the surface, you'd have less mass below you. Therefore, gravity would decrease.
Yeah, I mean, the formula for gravity, right, is proportional to the distance squared. Yeah, I mean, they know that.
Yeah, that's how you work out the mathematical constant of. That's big G, the mathematical constant. Do you know little g and big G are different? Big G is the mathematical formula one. You use big G in the mathematics. The gravitational constant. That's big G. So the force equals the big G, the m1, m2 over r squared.
No.
What do you mean?
The big force.
That's the form. F equals.
Wait, no, the big force that comes at your butt is fart. So it's force makes fart.
F. Lol.
I'm just joking. Go on.
Yeah, I know. But a fart joke, huh? Yes, the force equals the gravitational constant m1, m2 over r squared.
Did I kill the discussion?
So basically, the question is how strong gravity is. It's Newton's equation.
Yeah, so I guess Chris is, when Chris had brought it up, I guess it was, and I mean, this is just a guess, that this would be a falsification of a prediction due to Earth's known size and or known size.
Yeah, man, you're making good points.
I mean, seismic seismic waves that they used isn't meant to, won't tell you how big something is or the gravity it has. It just would, it does tell you the density, I suppose, because it needs to pass through stuff, and if it has a bigger density, then it obviously would be, different densities would mean likely different substances. So, or, well, I guess it could also mean the same substance, but, just under different pressure or, just different sizes and stuff. So yeah, it's just, it's a bit,
So, Luca,
Yeah, well, mhm.
so do you have a greater gravitational pull if you eat more McDonald's?
well, yeah, that's how it would work. You're adding more mass to yourself. So, yes, you'd have greater gravitational pull. I mean, it wouldn't be noticeable at all, but, that's what the equation says would happen. So, even if you can't observe something physically, or, this applies to anything too. If you can't observe something physically, or, you can't do anything with the thing, if the equation says that's what would happen, or if there's something there, then, there's got to be something there that you just can't observe, or something. Right?
Yeah.
Would you agree?
I just think if you have more substance, that's what gives you your weight. So I don't believe it's gravity. Just logical deduction. If you have more of something, you'll have more weight.
More mass equals more
It just
weight.
doesn't mean there's
You
more.
don't get
Doesn't mean gravity's pulling you down. It just means you have more of that substance.
Yeah, but you need to ask what gives things weight in the first place, and that would be gravity. Gravity gives
No,
things weight.
no, that's circular reasoning.
Why?
Because you're saying gravity gives weight. I see weight, therefore gravity.
Well, must be something that causes the weight. So why couldn't it be gravity?
Because you first have to prove it's gravity before making the deduction it's gravity.
Well, gravity is just a name, no? So if we call what gives things weight gravity, then, I mean, that's just a name. So, but it comes from gravitas, which you said means give weight. So, it's definitely the right word to use in this situation.
because gravity does give things weight. So it's not just a word. It's a correct word.
I still
It's a
don't.
right word to
I
use.
still don't know. You're bracing the premise on gravity being the cause. You haven't shown gravity to be the cause. You're just claiming it's the cause. That's the whole issue here.
I mean, what else could give things weight?
What do you mean? What else can give things weight?
I mean, what if gravity is not the cause of weight, then what else could it be?
Maybe just the mass itself.
That's not a mass need. It would still need a force to give
Yeah,
it the weight.
it has an imbalance of forces.
Where's
Because
those forces?
the force
What-
is based on the ratio densities, the displacement
Densities.
ratios. So, if your object,
Density's
if
not
your
a force.
object, if your object is not able to displace enough of the medium it's surrounded in, it will float. I mean, it will sink.
Roger, there's no instrument that can detect little g.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I
it's
adopt
not a
that.
force.
I adopt that.
So-
I adopt that way of thinking. Also, it seems
So-
like it makes sense. Like intuitively, when he said, okay,
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, look, let him quickly
Go
just
ahead.
finish. No
Yeah.
tanks.
Yeah, I'm saying go ahead.
Yeah, there we go.
all right.
Well,
Yeah,
what were you
like
saying?
when he had, oh, go ahead.
No, it's your turn.
No, you go
When he had
first.
mentioned just all right, intuitively it seems like it makes sense. When he had mentioned that just a moment ago that there's an imbalance, right? Like you were saying, well, why is there weight, right? So like weight between what,
Mhm.
right? I don't perceive that if I had a rock in front of me, right, that there would be any distinction within the rock, like one part of the rock being heavy in relation to another part of the rock. But once you insert a distinction, like water in relation to rock, these two things are not the same. So there's going to be some sort of a interaction between two things that are not the same, and then we will call that that imbalance a measurement of a motion in vector, and call it weight.
Okay. I mean,
Seems,
if you
correct.
put a little bit of water inside a rock, then yes, it would be a different. It would have different. It would be different densities to put it inside the rock. So
It would be different. There would be different things.
Probably won't
Is what I'm pointing
be
out.
able to detect it because it's such a small difference. You know, it's so it's not that much of a difference.
No, but like okay.
That's probably why it didn't get detected by the seismology thing because it couldn't pick up the difference in the density, I guess.
Well, that's not true. In seismology, the P waves they can go through both solid and liquid. S waves can only go through the liquids. So.
And yeah, but if you put a liquid inside a solid, then it's going to be more difficult to detect. I'd say that
It won't go through. That would just be like that would just be saying like that's what the Earth is though. Like in the idea of the globe, that the Earth is dirt and then lava, water, grass, air, you know what I mean? That's what the Earth is claimed to be, and then seismology claims to be able to measure the interior composition of these things.
I mean, it's still accurate. Sure, seismology is still accurate within the margin of error, of course.
Yeah, that's just I don't know if that was I was just commenting on Flatzoid's
Yeah, it's
I guess
because
his description.
the density ratios. That makes the most sense out of why we would see weight. It's as simple as that. If it's not able to displace its own mass, then it
density
will
would
sink. If it is
influence.
able to displace its own mass, it floats. It's as simple as that. It's
I mean,
based on the ratio to the medium it's in.
Density would influence the force. I can agree
Yeah, but
to
I'm
that.
telling you, it's not gravity
but
though.
it's not. It's not a force itself. So where's the force?
Why can't it have an unbalanced force?
Well, density is not a force.
No, it gives rise.
Gravity's not a
gives
force.
rise to an unbalanced force. Gravity is also not a force. You do know the explanation we're giving is closely tied to general relativity. General relativity kind of explains it just with a gravitational reference, where we don't use gravitation.
But general relativity should only be really used if you're like doing stuff that would require more accuracy. Yeah, like not of this world stuff, like not on Earth, I should say. Like if you're going beyond the Earth, that's when you should really use general relativity. But anything that's on Earth, then you can go to Newton. Newton works fine. Saying gravity is a force works fine here on Earth, but when you go to space and stuff, then you should use general relativity because it is more accurate.
I think you missed the whole point what I was saying.
You can use both. It doesn't matter. Well,
Try and explain back. Try and steelman what you were saying. How's that?
What did you say?
Try and steelman what we said.
You mentioned general relativity, and I don't know.
Saying the reason we see weight is not because of gravity giving a pull. Okay? It's an unbalanced force that's given rise due to the ratio differential between the object in the medium. So it's the displacement ratio which gives rise to a force. Get it?
No.
I don't know. Can you guys explain it to him? I don't know.
Hold on.
How else to explain it to him?
An unbalanced force. So what? You're saying zero? You're saying the net force does not equal zero? So it accelerates, right? If forces cancel themselves out, then the net force would be zero. They're balanced, and therefore the motion doesn't change. It's like us standing on this Earth right now. We've got a net force of zero.
Yeah. No, we don't have a net force of zero standing. We standing on Earth don't have a net force of zero. We have a force of newtons being pushed down to the ground. But while we are in free fall, we have a net force of zero if we hit terminal velocity.
But we're not
while we're
moving.
falling until we hit terminal velocity, huh?
No. I mean, while we're standing, we're not moving. Even though a force
but we
is
have
acting on us.
we don't have a net force of zero while we're standing, because we have a force imparted
if
of
we
us
didn't
on the ground. Just as the ground has a force imparted on us. Okay, let's put it this way.
hold on.
Do
If
you?
we
This is
didn't
why
have
you.
a net
This is
force
why
of
you
zero,
claim. This is
wha-
why you claim to have 1 g when standing still. Do you understand?
if we didn't have a net force of zero when we were standing on the ground, we would be basically doing we would be going down into the ground until the force is balanced, and then we'd have a net force of zero. Since we aren't going
We don't
down
have
into
balanced
the ground,
forces. Standing on the just standing, you don't have a balanced force.
yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
Yeah. You're not going further down into the ground, therefore the force is balanced.
No.
Why not?
You can't go through a solid.
When
can
you're
you?
standing,
Because you can't go through a solid.
you have the normal force.
You cannot go through a You cannot go through a solid object, can you? Unless you impart enough force.
If the forces aren't balanced, and the object will sink a bit into it until they're balanced, and you have an equal force pushing up and down. And that would be the normal force, by the way, since, well, everything has a normal force.
Okay.
So,
yeah. Okay, I can agree with you. If you're standing still, because it's balancing out, you can't. So it'll be 0, but it would still be counted as 1g, correct?
well, yes, you'd still have.
So
the
how
force
doesn't
of 1g
that contradict itself then?
Well, no, because there'd also be the normal force of 9.8 equaling out, so it's balanced. If take about this, if you push off the ground,
so it's the same as if you're saying
back.
it's same as if you're saying centrifugal forces are balancing you guys out so you don't fall off your globe while it's spinning. The centripetal force is balancing out the centrifugal force. Correct?
I mean, that's not.
Sorry, I'm not really paying attention because I'm busy with my eSword the whole time, but I'm just trying to engage. But that's what I'm saying. So when you're falling, are you on 0 net force while you're falling?
I mean, if you hit,
or do you show having an unbalanced force while falling?
If you reach terminal velocity,
then it's balanced again.
Yes, yeah, that would be the case. If you hit terminal velocity, that means the net force is 0.
So just when you have acceleration, then you have an unbalanced force.
Yes, that's correct.
But we're still moving, even if we hit terminal velocity.
Yeah, you are
through the air. So that's what I'm saying. So even though you have a balanced force, you're not able to displace that air. So that's why you're moving through it, and that's what gives you the weight. That's why I say when you are sitting on a chair or standing on the ground, yes, you can claim it's a balanced force, but is it really, or is it just you can't go through a physical solid object? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, if you have, I mean, that's still the springing effect, right? So if you stood on like rubber, like a rubbery surface, you would sink into the rubber until, well, you stop sinking until it balanced out as such that the elastic force is balancing out with the gravitational force. So you'd stop sinking into it at some point, and that point would be when that force would be zero. When the forces would balance, the elastic force and the gravitational force.
I think we're almost saying the same
You
thing.
can
The
think
only
of the ground.
the only difference is
you can think of the ground in a similar way.
yeah. No, I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying where you are attributing gravity to be the thing pulling you to that ground. I'm telling you, it's not the gravity pulling you to the ground. It's just simply the ratio between yourself and the medium. You understand?
I mean, almost everything has elastic, right? Would you agree? Because
What do you mean with elastic?
obviously, almost everything bends, right? The ground you're standing on is bending ever so slightly because of the weight you're exerting on it. When you push off the ground pushes back. That's you could visualize it as when you kick off the ground bounces a bit. Basically, every mass has some kind of elastic property to it. Like when you
So it's
push
not
on your
rigid.
skin.
So it's not rigid.
Well, huh?
You're claiming no rigidity. Everything has elastic properties.
Well, yeah. Nothing in the Yeah, it's not perfectly rigid. No, everything in the world is not perfectly rigid.
Okay, I guess I can accept that. Anybody else still want to say something? Oh.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
Nah, man, I'm good.
Well, I guess then we can end this year. It was
No.
exciting. I wouldn't say exciting. An interesting discussion.
That's it. Well, I mean, a few of us came on, but like people want flat. They wanted flat Earth, but not many is coming in to talk about it, are they? I mean, yes, we are, but
Well, I still think it was a fruitful
Yeah.
discussion, at least.
Oh yeah, definitely, absolutely. Like that.
I think it's a good breakdown of
Yeah,
beliefs.
I think having one day is enough to,
Well, he's
Flat
not
Earth
actually,
Friday is good.
Bev. He's not actually. Is that Bev? Try thinking.
Yeah, that's Bev. Yeah.
Yeah. He's not giving us a lesson, but he's always had that.
Even if I'm the only one really coming into the Flat Earth
Well, I
Friday
think
at
you
the
do
moment.
enjoy it, though.
I do, yeah. It's good to have some kind of social interaction.
Yeah, I
with
haven't
people.
been good. I haven't been any good in conversation lately, but I'll get that. I've been feeling too good.
Well, I can hazard a guess as to what happened, so I don't really.
Yeah. Don't talk about it. Anyway,
Yeah.
Don't worry
it
about
was great having you guys on. Appreciate you all. Thank you for the discussion. Tomorrow night, to just let you guys know, I'm not going to be streaming.
I guess I could.
I'm not going to make a stream tomorrow night early. PJ will be streaming. He says he'll stream earlier.
Yeah, I'll go early.
Because I will be doing a debate. My time Sunday, the 1st of March, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, on KIC. We'll be debating the bookshelf guy. So hopefully everybody will want to tune into that. It's going to be very exciting. Been waiting for this debate a long time. It will be 7 o'clock Central African Time. 2 a.m. Central African Time. 12 a.m. British Standard Time and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1st of March. So see you guys all then. Appreciate you all. Thank you all for coming. Please hit the likes if you haven't already. Thank you guys for everything, and hit the likes on the way out. God bless. Cheers, guys. Ew.
See ya.
You guys can still stay in and chat if you want to. I'm just trying to finish off some of my notes on eSword quickly. That's what I've been doing for the
I'm
last
just trying
hour.
to get